everyone, and welcome to the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League on the PlayStation platform, brought to you in partnership with GridFiner.com. I am I am one of two main commentators for this evening, Malc, and with me, as always, is the legendary, the Frenchman of Max. How you doing, mate? You alright?
Hello, Malc. Hello, everyone. Glad to be back for another race in the F3 division. Only 3 races left, so we have to enjoy them, Malc.
Yeah, absolutely, and we already know who's won the drivers and the constructors, because that's all been settled and all done and dusted. But there's still plenty of positions to play for, so we're going to have a look at that in a moment or two. But quickly, from your perspective on Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, do you think we're going to have a classic tonight?
Well, not a lot of drivers seem to like this track, but personally, I love it. There's like 2 main straight line where you can have nice battles. So it seems that we have full grid or like close to a full grid. So there are always plenty of events during an F3 race, and I don't see why it should change today. So I'm ready for action.
Absolutely. Let's just wait for action. Let's go straight into the driver standings quickly. So JPH, well done to him. He is the McLaren Drivers' Champion of F3 for the PlayStation League. So well done to him. He had a fantastic season. No matter what happens, he's still on form. Could be a hat-trick of podiums tonight. We'll never know. We'll have to wait and see. JC Bat is in second with 72. So there'll be a tie between second place to watch out for. We do apologise if you hear any background noises, so I do apologise for that, guys. For third place is Bruce Lee, is in third with 71 points. Jack is in fourth with 55. Daryl's in fifth with 50 points. Polytrev is in sixth with 46. You got Eric Pancakes is in seventh with 43. Ruddo, there's 2 Ruddos, so you got Matty Rudd who's below in 17th, but you got the main one, Ruddo, who's on top form at the minute with 2 wins on the bounce, so could be on for good positions. It's sorry, we do apologise for any technical difficulties. I believe we have got the wrong standing, so so sorry, I do apologise for that, guys. Just bear with me a sec. We will get the right. I did load it up correctly at the time. It must have been changed since then. So I do apologise. Just bear with me a sec.
The qualification and just warn you if there's something happening, Max, so you can do it all over again.
Well, got it ready now, mate. Sorry, we've got that ready. So for JPH, you've got 132 points. I do apologise for that. Second place with 80 points is JC Bat. Bruce Lee is in third with 71. You got Ruddo's in fourth with 57. You got Jack is in fifth with 55. You got Daryl's in sixth with 51. You got Polytrev in seventh with 50 points. Eric Pancakes is in eighth with 43. Evan Richards is in ninth with 40 points. Nigel Cash is in 10th with 39 points. And then the rest are under 39 points. I do apologise, guys. I said that. I do apologise. I've got that all set up and ready to go. We will have a look at the constructors, but just bear with me a sec. It's just not updated right, so just bear with me a sec, guys, before we kick off for the qualifying, which it is already happening now. So quickly, McLaren are on first place with 203. You got the Alfa Romeo's in second with 89. Aston Martin's in third with 84. Red Bull's in fourth with 83. And the Mercedes are in fifth with 80 points. And the rest are under 80 points. So let's go straight into the live scenes right here, right now. They're all going out for their live track itself. So, Max, who are you watching so far?
Yeah, just a quick word on the standings. We have quite a 3-way battle for P2 in the championship with Jesper Batigol, Bruce Lee, but also Rudo. Only 20 points behind Jesper Batigol, but he won the last 3 races, so he'll definitely be in contention to get that P2 in championship. And in terms of the constructor championship, the battle for P2 is huge as well, because I think we have like 4 teams battling for it. So it's
Correct.
always nice to come second, even if both titles are already set, already done. But there's plenty of fights for the championship still.
Yeah, absolutely. And everything could be all played for. We just never know what's going to happen in this race, not only from this race, but only from the next few races coming in. So we're just waiting for... I'm just watching Nodgegash now, come up to that. Remind yourselves, guys, if you haven't known how Abu Dhabi track has been done, it has been amended recently for this 2022 game. So we are going to see a few changes of the track if you've not noticed before. So if you remembered, turn 4 used to be like you have to turn left and then right and then that hairpin corner you would have had. Now it's straight on past the first sector and then swift into the left hand side as well. So Nodgegash has done a 1:25.833 on his qualifying lap, so that's a good lap to be fair. But Matty Rudd, who's doing really well at the minute, 1:24.914. So yeah, unbelievable starts from these guys who are really pushing into the limits.
Yeah.
And Mikey, he's not having a good time because he has spun out at, I believe, turn 3, just after the pit exit as well. So yeah. Mad seems to be fair, Max. So yeah, not good night for Mikey. Hopefully that's not going to compromise too much throughout the race. But who are you watching so far?
Yeah, Mikey lost the car straight away. So it's a huge disadvantage because Mikey has not been able to do a single lap. And you have to take into account that the qualification, of course, it's to set a lap time, but it's also a bit of training before the race. So he will not benefit from that, unfortunately, and he will likely start last. So not ideal, but he could expect a safety car. Just have to see what Rudo can do. He's still on his out lap for the moment. Jesper Batigol, quite impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been an impressive form lately. Really challenging Rudo for the win. I want to see what Jack can do because we have to remember that he didn't score any point for the last 4 races and he won twice this season. So he's definitely a fast driver, but it's not his ideal moment for the So he might want to recover here in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, might have to recover. I'm just waiting to see how he's going to bounce back after the struggles that he's had. But remember, form can be immense. You never know. So we've got yellow flags, sectors 1 and 2 at the moment. So I'm not sure what's happened. I think that one of the McLarens, who's just behind, just at the back at turn 4. So Ruddo we're just watching him now. Ruddo, who's on a... I don't know whether he's on his purple... Well, he was purple sector, to be fair. So, Simon Palmer, good evening to you. Good evening to everyone that's joined the session. I hope everyone is okay and well. Simon Palmer says, mid-24s, they should get pole. Yeah, it just all depends on the form and how they can keep it going at that stage. And at the moment, Ruddo could be on for a low 24s. The way it looks at the minute, it could be on for a low 24s. And I hope so, because... if he's on for a 4th win on the bounce, that is impressive. He's the only one who's done 3 wins on the bounce this season in the F3 League. So that's and considering he's only started 4 races ago, that is still quite impressive. I'm just watching Rudder now come up to the last few corners now, and this could be a low 24s actually, and I will not be surprised. Oh, 24.565 max.
Yeah, nice lap from Rudo, but there's still room for improvement. I think all the drivers must be glad, especially Jesper Batigol, to see that there is only 2 tenths between himself and Rudo. The fight for pole position is still open. Of course, it will be a game of who will be able to challenge Rudo to prevent him from basically winning all the last races of the season. Pretty sure that I was going to mention GPH just went P3.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure GPH must be glad that Rudo decided to join the championship lately, because otherwise it would have been a tough challenge, that's for sure. We will have time, but let's see if next season Rudo decides to compete for a whole year, and if he stays in F3, it will be definitely a challenge.
Yeah, I mean, if he does stay in F3, and the way it looks at the minute, I will not be surprised if he gets into the top 3 with the way the form is going at the moment, considering, as I said, 4 races already, before tonight, 4 races, 3 wins, and 1 second. That is championship form. And I said this last week in the questions that if he doesn't improve... I stand corrected, sorry. Basically, with his perspective, I expect him to do well, and he did produce the goods at the right time. And also, I would not be surprised if he moves up to F2 next season. And that's me being honest. That is championship form. I'm sorry, but that is championship form in F3, and that is impressive from Rudo. That is, even though it's joint late, that is still impressive. But I mean, he could still win, get pole position, like fastest lap, and wins, and he's still. I think the max that he could get at the moment would be 48 points. Yeah, I believe 48 points.
Yeah.
So it is possible that he can get an extra 48 points and could be close to possibly JC Bat. But it just depends on how Bruce Lee needs to step up a gear at the moment. I know he's in 7th place, so well done to him. But let's see how everything plans out. Simon Palmer, 14 to 16, 2 to 3 seconds off. Yeah, I think, to be honest, it just depends on the track. It just depends on the preference of the driver, if they like it or not. So that'll be another question. But Maximu, what are you going to try and pick for your driver at the moment?
I'm just watching Nitro Gash, and I was just going to point out that his teammate Partitrev has not been able to make it tonight. That's a shame, because he was king of the qualifications earlier this season.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he has not been able to convert those pole position into a victory this season. So that's quite sad to see. But I hope we will see Partitrev for the last 2 races of the season. Just watching Nitro Gash, I think he has invalidated his lap, so he's not going to improve this time.
Yeah.
But just hope for. We had quite a close battle. Obviously Rudo won the last 3 races, but it has not been that easy for him. GC Batigol really challenged him in Australia, for example. I think there is a possibility that some drivers will be able to be stronger than Rudo, and maybe his own brother, Matty Rudd, who is currently P4 for Mercedes, as we have a yellow flag.
Yellow flag on sector 3. I think that was one of the Haas cars. I think that might be Svilas. He must have had a torrid time in the 3rd sector. Simon Powell says, not preference, Malc. You've got to be there. I'm saying it as preference because I've driven around Abu Dhabi and I love the track. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love the track, and getting to the top 3 quite a few times is still impressive stuff. But from that challenging itself, I mean that was the old layout. I haven't tried the new layout, so I can't really comment that much. But the way I can see it at the minute, I do love it, but it just depends on everyone's preferences. So just wanted to see how everything plans out for JC Bat. Can he try and improve his time by 2/10? So he's just coming to the 2nd sector now. And he's
I think he has purple sector for the sector 2, so he's on a good lap.
He's on a good lap at the moment, but he was nearly a 10th slower. He was nearly a 10th slower. Stephen has retired. Stephen has retired, and he has spun at turn 3.
Batigol.
Oh, what's happened?
He made a mistake in the last sector, unfortunately. Basically he spun. He lost the car in the rear end, so he was pushing hard, but a bit too hard. But he will have a last opportunity.
Yeah, he'll have another chance. And Costas moves up to 3rd place now, 124.826. So the times are slowly kicking in. So between Rudo and possibly 10th, that is a 2nd difference. And you never know what's going to happen at this stage. So we have to wait and see how everything plans out, Max.
Matty Rod, the P2, both brothers, the P1 and P2. Look at that for the moment.
Oh, do apologise. Some technical faults of the chat. Yeah, well done to Matty Rudd, actually. Well done to get himself into some of the Ruddo brothers. How ironic. The Ruddo brothers to get top 2. Now, this is what I'm going to ask you now. We had Schumachers in the past where, I know Michael Schumacher had. He's an unbelievable driver. You know, wish him a speedy recovery as well. And I'll keep fighting Michael, as always. But remember when we had Ralf Schumacher? I know he was in the Jordan, he was in the Williams. There were some other cars I can't remember back
Toyota.
then. Yeah, that was it, Toyota. Thank you for that. My head was gone. I have to remember those two. But basically, what I'm saying is that can the brotherly battle affect on track? Do you agree with that?
It's hard to tell because we don't know. I don't know, like the relationship. I mean, do they want to fight each other? Do they want to help each other? I don't know. Since there is like basically no fight for the title or something like that, I don't know. I think it will be fair, but sometimes maybe with your brother you will try something that you will not do with the other drivers.
Well,
because it keeps within the family. So. I mean, if the position stayed like that, for sure it would be interesting to see both brothers, P1 and P2, especially at the start of the race.
I would like to see that. I'd like to see what's going to happen between them two. Ruddo is on a challenge to get his 4th win on the bounce. Matty Rudd to get his first win and Invictus after 2 races before tonight. Oh, mate, that will be interesting. And yeah, that is absolutely interesting from the background itself. You got Ruddo still holding on in first place with a 124.563. 3 minutes left. 3 minutes left of the qualifying. Can anyone try to stop Ruddo? The man on form. And unbelievable form, actually, in first place in this qualifying itself. Matty Rudd in second, JC Bat third, Cost is in fourth. JPH, the Drivers' Championship winner and constructor, joins with Bruce in 5th and 6th respectively. F1 Richard is in 7th, Darrell is in 8th, Nitro Gash is in 9th, Offic Red is in 10th, Svillers is in 11th, Melanardo, as what Max, as always, says, he's just doing his lap now. He's in 12th. He's going to try and improve his time. Tal is in 13th. Jolly is in 14th. Jack is in 15th. And Spud is in 16th place. Oh, Stephen and Mikey, they're having tight times at turn 3. Hopefully that will not be third luck charm, or maybe bad luck charm for them for turn 3. As well. So if you like what you've seen so far, guys, please make sure you like and subscribe to the Invictus Racing League on the YouTube channel for all the live race itself. We are aiming for at least 10 likes tonight, guys. We're aiming for at least 10 likes. Will be a massive help to myself, Malc, and also to Max for the commentary. Oh, what's happened?
Sorry, Malc, I'm just following Darrell. Purple second sector is really like 5/10 ahead on his previous lap time. He's really fast. He got a car ahead. I hope it will not trouble him. And
he's still going. White. You know, he's still on. He's coming to the last few corners now. Hopefully the other car might give it a little bit of a boost. It is one of the Williams cars. I'm not sure who that is. That might help. Oh!
What an improvement.
What an improvement. 700ths. You heard that right. 700ths of a second. Fantastic stuff. And still no purple on JC Bat. JC Bat will not improve at the minute. So let's see what we can try and do. So
I think unfortunately, I think the Williams did not help Darrell. Don't know if he would have done better without the driver in front, but still it's a nice P2 and his teammates P3. So the Red Bull are really on it. They just woke up basically.
Well, yeah, you're right. They've had their Red Bull drinks. They've got some wings kicking in as well.
Yeah.
And then remember, the Red Bull are the Ruddo brothers have been split by the Red Bull. Can Matty Rudd try and challenge and get close to second?
He's in the pits.
I'm surprised at that. I am very surprised that he did not. He probably thought that 124.7 would be enough. But that's going to cost him. That is going to cost him massively. Let's have a look at JC Bat. JC Bat, there's the yellow flags. I think that is one of the Haas cars. I don't know if that's... I think that might be Ruddo to do his lap. And JC Bat! Oh! 124! 444! And qualifying... Yeah, you heard that right. 444! Unbelievable stuff. He's in first place at the moment. Where's Ruddo? Ruddo's just doing his lap.
He just started his lap. He waited for the very last moment. So he will have the best track condition, try to get that pole position back.
So, yes, he wants to try and get that pole position back as quickly as possible. He's still on the second sector, but qualifying has now stopped, guys. Qualifying has now stopped. Can Ruddo spoil the party again by annoying JC Bat for pole position? That is a good question. Here we go, coming to the end of the second sector. He is... Oh my god!
Oh, he's a bit ahead.
He is a bit...
Will be close.
It's going to be really close. It's going to be really, really close. I think Ruddo might do it. If he can nail the third sector, he might do it. He might be on for a prime position to get himself into first place in the
that's a nice third sector, Malc. Really.
Cost!
Didn't see top coming.
Where did that come from? But where's Ruddo? Ruddo's coming to the last corner now. Oh, brilliant! Brilliant!
Wow, what a third sector from Ruddo. It has been a perfect line, 3 tenths ahead of Cost. Who get that P2? What an end of qualification we just had.
Unbelievable! I do apologise to Cost. I did not, and I repeat, I did not, and I'm sure you would have said the same thing, Max, that we did not expect him to get pole position. He did get himself, crawl himself up to the top 3 each and every single time, but that was a great lap from Cost. But Ruddo has stepped up a gear massively, and I said that again, massively in this qualification. He's got himself for a chance to get himself a 4th win on the bounce. Here are your short qualifying classification for the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League on the PlayStation platform, brought to you in partnership with gridfinder.com. Ruddo is in first place. Cost is in second. JC Bat, third. Darrell is in fourth. Melanardo in fifth. Matty Rudd in sixth. Nitrogash, seventh. Ophicred, 8th. JPH, 9th. Bruce Lee, 10th. F1 Richard, 11th. Spillers, 12th. Suspud, 13th. Towel, 14th. Jolly, 15th. Jack, 16th. O'Steven and Mikey, they have both had the DNFs, even though O'Steven did get a lap, but he did crash during the qualifying, so they'll finish off in the last 2 positions. Simon Palmer's F2 time is that. Dan, good evening to Dan. How you doing, mate? He says, come on, F1 Richard and Spillers. So we got a fan for F1 Richard and Spillers. So let's see if they can try and improve in this race. And yeah, I can't wait for it. I cannot wait for it. Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Oh, we got some technical faults from one of the cars. I believe that is Towel, who's hopefully going to get himself back into the car as quickly as possible. So Max, watching that qualifying, and I know Ruddo just done it at the last minute, at the last millisecond, shall we say, and unbelievable qualifying near the end.
Yeah, it was amazing. I think we can have good expectations for this race, especially for the Red Bull, because they are P4 and P5. Let's be honest, they have been they struggled a bit this season. Didn't manage to get a win, yet they're really fast. But I think this time, being that close to one another and being that high on the grid, maybe they can work out their strategies and try to challenge the 3 drivers in front. So we should not forget, obviously, the McLaren, even if they had already the constructor and the driver's title. But Bruce Lee has got this P2 to fight for against Jesper Batigol, who is P3, and Ruddo P1. And we have to watch Matty Rudd as well, who is starting P6, and who will try to challenge his brother, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how everything plans out from the strategy itself. Now, if I remembered it right, every track that we have been doing, except for certain ones, it's been the one stop. So, are you expect the one stop around here again, Max, or do you expect some different strategies tonight?
That's an interesting question, Malc. The thing is that I haven't raced with this game in Abu Dhabi, but I remember perfectly my race last year at Abu Dhabi.
Okay.
And it was basically one of the only track I've tried the two-stop strategy. And if it hasn't changed, I think it's worth trying the a two-stop strategy. And basically, it's one of the only track you can dare to do that. So maybe some drivers will try to do the two-stop strategy, but obviously we have to take into account that it's basically always the case where you have a safety car. I think there must have been only like 1 or 2 races this season where we didn't have a single safety car. So obviously it makes it strategies. But if we don't have a safety car, yes, I would definitely maybe try to do a two-stop strategy.
Yeah, and I mean everything could be set up, to be honest, because it could be that everything that we plan for the drivers and get themselves set up for the strategy, and just waiting to see how everything plans out at the minute. We just do apologise for any technical faults. I think because of one of the drivers unfortunately left the session and come back in, I think we have some technical faults with one of the cars. Yeah, I'm just checking. I'm just checking some of the. I'm just checking on the on the Discord. I think we're about to go. Okay, so we might. Just to recap, guys. So Tal unfortunately left the session. I think it was due to being kicked, and now he's come back in. And I don't think he'll be able to get pick in the car. But if he does, that'll be great. If not. I've not heard anything from the formation lab, so hopefully we'll be starting straight away. So here we go. Top way to do it for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix from start to finish. Day to night, 5 seconds. Let's kick it off now. Let's kick it off. So here we go. Good luck to everyone in F3. Let's have a cracker. 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 red lights, and we are go! Who's at the great start? Who is at the great start in this epic Abu Dhabi Grand Prix? And there's a few drivers who just dropped a few positions. It looks like JC Bat drops down. Maldonado drops down to 6. Tal, JPH, and Bruce have dropped themselves right down as well. Tal drops down to 12th. So, at the moment, Ruddo is in pole position and prime position, actually, in the medium tyre. Koss is on the hards. That is quite interesting. Oh my god, we got a 3-to-bed moment! We just seen a 3-to-bed moment! I don't know if you just seen that. Oh my god, come on! Come on! Oh, you disappointed. I was expecting the 3-to-bed moment. And that was great. We got the Red Bull.
I'm just breathless because everything seems to be fine for the moment. No crashes in the first corner of the first part of the track, so it's nice to see all the drivers are really close from one another. Matty Rudd is in battling with Darren at the moment.
But Darren's got the inside and made the move perfectly. So what a move! Oh no, smoke!
His teammate Melonado.
Melonado. That's what Max would say. He's dropped himself all the way down like a domino effect to 18th place, unfortunately. So I don't know if he had any contact. I couldn't tell from his position. Sure. So we can't answer that at all. But at the moment, Darrell's going to try and get himself close to Cost for 3rd place. And it's been... I mean, we had a good start, to be fair. We had a really good start where there's been no issues with crashes. But...
yeah.
Matty Rudd! Matty Rudd with that Mercedes and the Red Bull! Oh, Darrell!
What a battle we have with these two drivers.
Oh, brilliant driving! Oh my god! 2 in the bed. We got a 2 in the bed moment! Come on! Come on! No! Oh, dude, he's got the inside line, Matty! And I tell you what, Darrell's holding on. He was very lucky, but Matty's losing the patience of Koss. He's trying to pull away.
It's not over yet. It's not over yet, Malc. Darrell, I think he will try maybe to something, but you have to watch Nitro Gas just behind the wheel.
Oh! Yeah. I tell you what, that's some great battling. Nitro Gas holding on for 6. Offic Red is not messing about. At the moment, he's trying to put the pressure on Nitro Gas in 6. But can they try and push on? That is the big question of it all. Oh, they're trying to do everything they can, but it looks like Offic Red is going way wide, and it's brought the McLaren of JPH. Come on! Come on! Oh, get in! Oh, what a move! Oh, that was close! Can the McLaren hold on? Yes! Oh, the driver's champion! Oh, brilliant stuff! Absolutely brilliant racing! Brilliant!
We have brilliant and clean fights for the moment, so it's nice to see. Except Melonado with this spin, we don't have any crash at the moment. And Matty Road is trying it. Got P3. He's on fire with the moment, still battling with Cost.
But Cost has lost the position now and has brought the Red Bull of Darrell to enjoy this.
He's
and now,
on our tires.
Oh my God! No! Oh my! Oh, he's lost it! Darrell's lost it. He would have made 2 moves within 1, and he had to brake suddenly to avoid contact with JC Bat. And now Darrell has got himself all the way down to 13 players. So that's unlucky for him. Some of the drivers are
once again the Red Bull. Unfortunately, they have trouble at the beginning of the race. It's really sad to see for them because they were really high on the grid. But yeah.
Oh my God, JPH is going around the outside. Oh, contact between the McLaren.
Oh, JPH!
Oh my God, JPH is out. JPH is out of the race, and we might have the first safety car of the evening. We've not had it yet. We're waiting to see if it is. This is going to cause so much havoc to some of these drivers. But JPH, there was a collision between the 2 drivers.
JPH and Cost, yes.
Yeah, so the 2 drivers were in collide with each other. Didn't look malicious.
It's weird because the GPH was basically in the middle of the track. Lost.
Oh no!
But,
Mike is out, and we've got our first safety car of the evening.
Okay.
So after turn 1, Mikey has crashed into the wall, and unfortunately for him, he is out of the race. So JPH. That is extraordinary moments from this lap itself. I mean, I don't know what to say, Max.
Well, it's so unusual to see GPH retire from a race. I don't know if this season he had like a single crash.
He has.
He's a really consistent driver. I think Cost was a bit struggling because he was basically the only driver with hard tires, with like the first 10 drivers. And he had a difficult time trying to not to get overtaken by other drivers, and there was definitely a contact between GPH and Cost.
Yeah.
Fortunately, Cost has been able to stay on track, but it's not the case of GPH, so not ideal for him. Well, he's got his titles trophy to to cheer up, but it's unfortunate for him.
Yeah, so the McLaren, the last time he had a DNF was the very first, the first race coming back in the second half of the season. That was at the French Grand Prix in round 8. Round 8 was the one where he did not finish at all. And we, to be honest, I didn't feel like he was under pressure since then, but it was a bit of a shock to get that first DNF, and now he's got the second because of that collision with Cost, which probably will have to be looked at after. For the stewards to see what happened, but yeah, I'm surprised. Yeah. Sorry, Max. I'm surprised that some of the drivers have not gambled to try a different strategy tonight. Do you think they should have, or do you think they're right for the majority of them to to not pit and carry on?
No, but I was going to say the same thing, Malc, especially with the drivers at the back.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't lose anything by going into the pit for fresher tires, because you will be basically in the same position. Sierspan has done it. Cost has done it, but he had to change his front wing, so that's pretty normal. But yeah, I think for drivers like Tal, Jolie, or Melonado, it would have made sense to to pit. They have decided not to do it. It's a really early safety car, so might be understandable, but you don't know if the opportunity will come again later in the race. So, but let's trust the drivers.
Yeah.
Maybe they will pit now because the safety car won't be in this lap, and they will have time to catch back of the pack. So let's see.
Yeah, if I would have pitted like at the point when the safety car was away from the start and finish line straight, that would have been the waypoint. But from this perspective, I would have kept the tyres for now, because the tyres are not dead yet. They're not dead. They are just pretty much up to their try and get to their optimum temperature itself. But with the medium should last up to if my maths is correct, up to lap 16. That's up to probably longer with the fresh tyres. But with the hard, it should last about 27, 28 laps. But it just all depends on how they can manage those tyre wear and to manage in this race, where we've had a few shocks that we unexpected at the moment. With JBH, the Drivers' Championship winner and Constructor winner, he's out of the race after a collision with Cost, and Mikey, who had an unfortunate crash at turn 1, he's just got himself into DNF as well. So 2 drivers are out, and on lap 6 to 29. If you like what we've seen so far, guys, please make sure you like and subscribe to the Invictus Racing League on the YouTube channel for all the live races itself. We are aiming for at least 10 likes tonight, guys. We're aiming for at least 10 likes. Will be a massive, and I say that again, will be a massive help to myself, Malc, and also to Max. Bless you, at the background there.
That was basically that was my girlfriend. Sorry about that.
It's all right. It's all right. But safety car is in this lap. But please make sure you hit that like button, guys. Will be a massive help. Obviously, it's a massive help to us. Thank you so much. And safety car in Max.
Yeah, we haven't just a quick word on Jack. He gained 9 position since the start of the race, so nice effort from him. P7 has got plenty of things to play for in this race. So let's see the start. Jesper, he will try to not let Rudo escape. And well, this is a sandwich of basically both brothers for GC Batigol, so we'll have to manage that.
Yeah, and Rudo is not messed about. He's going for it. He's pulling away. Nearly a second. You heard that right. Nearly a second away from JC Bat. He did not expect that. I think JC Bat did not expect that at all. And now we're live racing. We are live and exclusively live racing now. So here we go. They come up to the first sector and try and push on. But
Spillers, no!
What happened to Spillers?
For Spillers, fortunately for him, it's like the back of his car who touched the wall and not his wheel. So I don't know if he got any damage, but he's really fortunate not to have retired on that. But I think with cold tires, he has been surprised. And Daryl has been able to avoid him, and it was not easy, so could have been much worse.
It could have been much worse. We might have a battle between Cost and Suspud. But Suspud is trying to hold on for 15th. Sorry, Cost is trying to make the move, and he has made the move back up to 14th place. Someone's battling out. It looks like Melinardo trying to battle out with Johnny.
And, sorry, Maturad is also really close from GC Batigol, really challenging him in the third sector.
So we'll see how everything's planned out. Good evening to Stuart. How you doing, mate? You right? I hope you came well. It says, evening, Malc and Max. Missed qualifying. Pleased to see Nitro in 4th. Enjoy the race, everyone. I mean, Nitro Cash is steadily, at the minute, I've not done a Murray Walker jinx, or Max hasn't done a Murray Walker jinx at all, but he did mention about the Red Bulls earlier on, Max, so blame him on that one, to be honest. Good evening, Joe. How you doing, mate? Hope you're going well. So here we go. Oh, it looks like one of the JC Bad has got way wide. Way wide. It did not expect that at all. And Mate got himself on the inside line. Yellow flag stuck to 3. Yellow flag stuck to 3. That is Phyllis. But Matty's made the move into second place. But watch out now. Mikey has left the session. He has left the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. And he's going to go back to round 14 next week. Can Matty hold on with this DRS train? There's quite a few drivers who are banning now. So just wait and see how everything plans out now, Max.
Matty seems to be really fast. He seems to be really, really fast. Did have the opportunity to do a last qualifying lap, and he was starting P6 and he's P2 right now, and now his goal is to pursue his own brother, and he seems to be faster than his brother. So I don't know, he's already within a second, so if he stays like that he will have DRS and it will definitely help him, that's for sure. And behind is really close, like all the drivers until F1 Richard are within 1 second from one another, so we will have, I think, a DRS train, and it's always nice to see.
Absolutely, and also if Matty can put the pressure on Ruddo, we got a battle for JC Bat and Nitrogash in 3rd and 4th. But I'm going to watch it from Matty Rudd's point of view, because he will have the DRS. He will have the DRS going down into that long straight after turn 4. I'm going to watch and try and see if he can try and challenge his brother. But I don't think they've got much ERS. Unless I'm mistaken. Oh no.
Well,
might be Ruddo's got...
Sorry, Malc, but Ruddo, as usual, is kept his ERS. Is really hardly using it, 94%, so that's huge. Matty Red is 40%, so he's definitely using it, try to catch his brother. Yeah. But Ruddo's, I think is keeping ERS to basically to defend, and it might be as we have Bruce Red.
Off it red! 2 in the bed! We got a 2 in the bed moment! We got another 2 in the bed between Melanardo and Stephen for 10 and 11. Oh my god! Off it red! I think that scared him so much. He did not expect Bruce Lee to hold on into that inside line, which has drifted off it red off track, and now it's brought Jack into play. It's brought the Jack of all trades to put himself into play for the battle for 6th place. So I'm going to watch it from his perspective, because it looks like Off It Red has not got much ERS. He's trying to save it down the straight. Correct me if I'm wrong, Max.
Yeah, and he's only 5% ERS, so I think he wanted to avoid any contact. But for Jack, it's a really good race for the moment, because he's the only driver without tires, and he's keeping. He's in touch with the pack with all medium tires in front. So if he keeps this pace, he will have tire advantage on all those drivers at the end of the race. So, and I think he will be able to challenge Office Red for the P6 maybe.
Not yet. He's trying to hold. He's trying to wait for that right move. He's got to get a good exit out of the chicane, but he did not look like he had a good exit. And now Cost and O'Steven goes up into 11th. O'Steven in 11th place, but it looks like, oh my god, I thought Offic Red and Bruce Lee were having a good battle again between the McLaren and also for the Alpine car. I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back to Costa and O'Steven, because those two drivers, they've been swapping places left, right, and beeping centre moments now. And great battle. Great battle. Just as I watch them, they just drift away. They're just not battling at all. They don't want to have the battles on live stream. Don't know what's going on. Jack is getting close now to Offic Red in 6th place. I do apologise for the quick positions, because unfortunately due to the game being broken, unfortunately I cannot go directly from one person to another straight away. You'll have to go through the grid. Joe Webster this evening. JBH says, well, this track generally sucks. I'm so sorry, mate, but it's your fault. Oh! It's not your fault yet, JP, because Jack, it's not his fault yet, and he's done a beautiful move against Offic Red, but he'll be under a lot of pressure. Let's have a look at Offic Red now. Can Offic Red use that effective moment, or will Jack play his cards right? Will he be the ace of the pack, or will he be the joker afterwards? We never know. We'll never know. But Offic Red still holding on. Oh, he had a great exit out of the chicane. Now this is a great opportunity. Oh my god, Offic Red. He's trying to do more off rally moments instead of going onto the track itself. But I think Red is trying to push on, but can't make the move. JC Bat
with Matthew Rudd.
Oh, what happened?
Yeah, JC Bat. I think he tried a late move on Matthew Rudd. Tried on the inside, but Matthew Rudd closed the door, and there was a touch, and JC Batigol managed to avoid touching the wall. But I mean, he has lost some time, but not that much. He's lucky to be still in P4, but this was a tense moment between Matthew Rudd and JC Bat.
Well, Melanado has dropped himself down from 11th to 13th. I think he made a mistake, but unfortunately for him, he'll be under a lot of pressure against Tal. If he can try and catch up. Svilas has left the session.
Sorry, Malc, but JC Batigol is really struggling with his tire. He's under the pressure of Bruce Lee and Jack now. He really lost confidence in his car. I think maybe his tire overheating because of this little incident. But now Bruce Lee is really close.
Oh, here we go! Here we go! Here we go! He's trying to hold on in the inside line at the chicane. He's trying to give it enough space. He did give enough space. I don't know if there was a bit of contact at the back, but now it's brought Jack into play against JC Bat. JC Bat will be absolutely livid. JC Bat will be losing a few positions. Oh my God! Don't you dare do this to me! Don't you dare do this to me! And he lost the position. He lost the position, JC Bat. And what a move from Jack.
Poor JC Bat. Poor JC Bat, really. He was fighting for P2, now he's P6. So this is he's struggling a lot. He almost lost the car once again here. I mean, his tires are dead. So I don't know. He's diving into the pits.
I'm surprised. I really am surprised at that, Max. Do you agree that the tyres on 11 laps on mediums is way too early for the pit stop?
No, but I mean, for me, it's a glitch in this game. I mean, he just made a really slight spin, and it seemed that his tires were dead from that, and he was like struggling so much. I was on board with him, and I could see like every corner he almost lost the car. I mean, you cannot do anything. The only thing you can do is to basically to pit and change tires. So it's really unfortunate, and I think it's really something with this game. And nothing with his driving ability or something like that. So
yeah, absolutely mad. And looks like Bruce Lee lost the position to Jack, but Bruce nearly lost the back end after the chicane into the second, coming up to the end of the third sector, and cannot get close to Jack, who after that move just a few moments ago. And I'll tell you what, this has been an absolute belter of a race, because Ruddo, he could be on for his 4th win. You heard that right. He could be on for his 4th win on the bounce. And Nigel Gash and Matty Rudd, the two brothers, this will be ironic and iconic as well. Can the two brothers be in the top 2 for the first time in ages? I can't remember the last time when the two brothers raced in the same league and be in the top 2. That will be extraordinary moments. But will Ruddo spoil the party on Matty? That's the big question of it all, Max.
Yeah, for the moment it's quite a status quo between both brothers, but they have to be careful about Jack, because Jack, thanks to this early safety car, the drivers with the medium tires were not able basically to escape and to fly away. Maintain that gap, and now he's pretty close. I think he's got tire advantage now, so he's gaining some time on the first 3 drivers, and he will have tire advantage in the end of the race. So I think Jack is in a really good position for the moment.
Well, don't jinx it now, Max, because if you are, you're going to turn into the commentator's curse afterwards.
Yeah.
You never know. But at the moment, Jack is doing really well. Nigel Gash is trying to hold on to catch up to the two brothers ahead in first and second place. Now, I said roughly lap 16, probably a bit longer to have the tyre to go longer for the mediums because it was fresh at the start. But I don't know what to say anymore, because I'll be very surprised if not. Yeah, I was going to say, I would have been surprised if Nigel carried on, but he's losing a lot of time to Mate, and I don't blame him for that, to be honest, because he has made the move into I couldn't say the words, into the pits, because I was watching the battle between Cost and Ophicred, because he get himself into the pits. So, are you enjoying the race so far, Max?
Yeah, really interesting from Nitro Gash, because of course both brothers in front will ask questions. Should they follow Nitro Gash? I think they will try to cover his strategy because otherwise they will lose first position. So I think we can expect both Rudo and Matirod to go into the pit in this lap, and it will let Jack virtually P1.
Yeah.
So, but let's see what Nitro Gash can do. I think it was maybe like 1.5 seconds behind. I mean, if I were him, I would use ERS as much as possible, but he's not doing it. He's waving a bit on the main straight line, maybe trying to hit his tires.
So just waiting to see. We've got a couple of battles going in a minute. JC Bat trying to close the gap onto Nigel Gash in 8th. But yeah, we've got Dowell trying to get close to Ophicred.
He's not that far behind. Sorry, Malc, but JC Batigol is not that far behind from Nitro Gash. So of course he's got like 2, and and as I was expecting, Rudo and Matirod both into the pits, trying to cover on a Nitro Gas strategy.
Yeah, so this is going to be close actually. I'm just going to watch. Oh, yellow flag set to 3. Yellow flag set to 3. I'm not sure where that's come from. It might be just behind. It might be Ophicred or Darrell. But here we go. We see Nigel Gash. Nigel Gash is on those fresh tyres.
Matirod is really close to Rudo at the end of the exit of.
Here we go. Here we go. They should be coming out now. They are ahead. They are ahead. They are done that perfectly. So Nigel Gash will be absolutely livid. Yellow flag set to 1.
They should thank. I think Rudo and Matirod should thank Sirspud, because I think without Sirspud, maybe Nitro Gash would have been in a position to claim virtually P1.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like Nigel Gash will make the move. Just about. Oh my god, he's struggling to try and make the move. He's finally made the move now. He's finally made the move, and it looks like now JC Bat was trying to make the move onto Spud. 2 in a bad moment. Coming up to the end of the second into the third. Right, no joy at all. And also Jolly.
Oh, JC Bat.
Oh my god, JC Bat. He's having a torrid time at the minute. I feel bad for him actually, because he was second before tonight. He was second place, and luckily Bruce Lee is in 10th. So JC Bat will be getting a few positions, but Rudo at the minute is ahead of JC Bat. Rudo could be catching up to it in the next few laps or so. And looks like Rudo. Oh my God, Rudo's trying to make the move. No, don't you dare do this to me, Rudo.
You've got to be careful with Matirod just behind. Oh my God.
Oh my God! He's been no. Oh Stephen. Oh my God. Oh my.
Stephen. Hey Matirod.
Oh my God, we're going 3 to bed. Come on! We want the 3 to bed moment! We can have a 4 in bed! Come on! Join the party!
Gash is just behind as well.
Oh my God! Matty, you genius! Oh, brilliant move! Oh my God, what a move! Oh my days!
Stephen no, Stephen with Nitro Gash. I was going to say, Stephen must be careful with Nitro Gash just behind it. They made contact. Oh, this is so unfortunate.
And Costa spun. Costa spun in 3rd. So Matty Rudd could have a chance to catch up to the top 3. So I'm trying to see where Cost is now. Cost has just come up to the bridge section. But that is extraordinary moments. I thought, what was going on?
This was crazy, Malc, really. And actually, I don't know what happened to Melonado. And Jolie, Melonado retired, and Jolie is really far back. Don't know what happened. I didn't follow, but what a crazy moment we just had with the Mathieu, Rudo, Nitro Gash, and Steven. And Mathieu had been able to basically get the P1 virtually on his brother, who is, I don't think he will let him fly away that easily. He's already on the back, so it's not over yet.
It's not over yet. You're right there, Max. You're right. Rudo could have a chance to make the move on to...
It's really close.
Oh my god, Rudo's trying to make the move on his brother now, onto Matty for 4th place. And I'll tell you what, Rudo, I think Rudo's got that fire, burning desire to get that anger away from that losing position to his brother on Matty in 4. Well, after that move between himself and Steven was a sitting duck. He was a sitting duck against drivers who were already pitted. Oh my god, oh my god.
Rudo.
Oh, get in! Get in!
That was really bold. That was really bold, but I think he's a bit traumatized about the experience with Steven. He really don't want to lose any time to drivers in front with different strategies. But Steven, he was a city duck, but it seems like he was trying to defend a bit, you know, and well, it entertained us, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, on that point, I'm just saying it from that point before the contact between himself and Norgash. I think Steven, I don't know, from the angle that I had, I don't know if Steven gave enough room to Norgash. So, unfortunately for Steven.
Yeah, I don't think I saw the action, and I don't think that Steven saw Natural Gash behind. But because he was battling with both Mathieu and Rudo, I think maybe he didn't expect Natural Gash to be that close behind. So, yes, unfortunately for him, it was too much to take for Steven. He was right in the middle of all those battles, and unfortunately, it went wrong for Steven and Natural Gash.
Yeah, absolutely, and that'll be another talking point at the end of this race as well. So, Jack goes ahead of JC Bad, which is crucial at this stage, because watch out for Jack, because he will be on fire with those fresh medium tyres. Now, I've seen it in F1 this week on the Monday night. The mediums to hards look like it was the way forward, but I didn't think the hards to mediums would be effective. But you have to be in the right position at the right time, and the way it looks at the minute, or if all goes well, I'm saying this, cross your fingers now for Jack. If everything goes well for him, Jack could be on for his, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm just trying to look for him now on the leaderboard. Now, this will be his 3rd win on the season. Yeah. Well, I say this will be his first podium since Great Britain, the British Grand Prix. If he holds on, but I don't think he wants to finish in podium. He wants to win this race, and you can tell.
Obviously, Malc. But the thing is that Mathieu, will he try to protect his brother, or will he let his teammate try to go for the win?
No.
Or will he try his own luck?
I think not. I personally, I'm hoping this is where Matty is going to be in decisive moments. Would you let your teammate through just to spoil the party and Rudo on his 4th win on the bounce, or save himself to try and challenge for himself to get his first win of the season, and maybe his first podium of the season?
Mercedes, they are fighting for P2 in the championship, Malc, so they should try to go for the win if they think about the purely of like a team strategy, but obviously there are other things to come into play, so this is really tough questions.
Absolutely, and just as you was watching that, the battle between Bruce and JC Bat, Bruce, oh, he's just lost it. Oh my god, JC Bat, oh, brilliant move. I was going to say brilliant move to Bruce Lee, but now JC Bat saying, well, thank you very much, I'll take that move, and bish bash bosh moments now. Fantastic racing, what we're seeing so far. Unbelievable stuff. Darrell's got himself into the pits now. He'll be, I believe we'll probably go for the softs to the end. 8 laps to go. And we've got a battle between JC Bat, Bruce and Nitro. Max.
Yeah, I'm just so excited about the fight for the win. With the first 3 drivers, it's going to be so tense. Jack is already at the back of his teammate. He's been so fast. The purple last sector. Yeah, he's really challenging Matty Rudd.
Sorry, Max. I'm gonna have to cut you off there for a second because we've got a battle between Bruce, JC Bat, and Nigel. We could have
Jack is going ahead. Sorry, Malc.
He's going
to Matty Rudd.
He's going ahead. He has.
And he's
Oh. Now there'll be some question moments. There'll be some question moments later on afterwards. Oh, come on, JC and Nitro. They're having a good battle. Oh no, Bruce and JC. Sorry, I do apologise. I was trying to look ahead then. JC trying to hold on, but Bruce is absolutely loving it. Yellow flags at the 3. That is, I think that might be Jolly again. Jack is fastest up on the race, 127.085. Hello, Reeds. Good to see you. It feels like ages since the last time you spoke. It's first time late this evening.
Yeah, it's really late.
Yeah, absolutely. And here we go. We got a 3-car battle between 4th, 5th, and 6th at the minute. Now, I'm gonna have to go back to the top 2 in a moment.
This is amazing. You're ready to see so many battles at the end of the race. Jack is definitely in position, try to prevent Rudo win streak. He's on fresher tires within DRS. Rudo still got DRS, but it's going to be hard to defend.
He will have to defend for all his might. Oh, Steven, 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Rudo needs to use all of his experience. Correct me if I'm wrong, Max. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think they've got about at least 50% of that ERS. Jolly's out, Max.
Okay, don't know if it's on track. If there is a safety car...
no, it was in the pits.
Yeah, okay, in the pits. Well, Rudo and Jack, they have approximately the same amount of ERS, so it's purely about driving. Obviously, there is a DRS as well, but look, he's really close. He might want to make a move on the next lap. I mean, I think the medium tires, as soon as he overtakes Rudo, it will be better for him because he will be able to fly away. I think with the 3 laps remaining or something like that, maybe the hard tires will compete with the medium tires and Jack will lose tire advantage. So it's really important that he makes the move as soon as possible.
Here we go. This is a chance now to be in the lead, Jack, for the first time since the British Grand Prix. Could be on for his first win since, well, his 3rd win of the season.
He's going for it.
But Rudo will not give up. He's kept it. But Rudo should have a good exit, and he will not at the chicane. And now, oh my God. Jesus! Did you see that? Did you see that lightning bolt? And I'll tell you what, I've been told off by Jack of all trades.
And Jack got that P1 beautifully. Rudo tried to do something, but it was too hard. The difference between the medium tire and hard tire was too much. It just reminded me a bit of Verstappen versus Hamilton last year already. And Jack now, he's basically got already a hand on the trophy. If he managed to be once again ahead of Rudo more than once again, he will be out of DRS range, and then we will just have to basically to drive safely to P1. Obviously Rudo is really fast, but definitely got tire advantage, and I've just mentioned it earlier. Been like 4 races he haven't scored a single point. He was qualified outside of the top 10. It will be a tremendous performance from him. So let's keep it safe and clean, Jack.
We'll see if Jack can hold on. Still watching the battle between Rudo and Jack. Can Jack hold on? It looks like he had a bad exit of the chicane, and now it's brought Rudo into play. We'll have the DRS. It will get that straight line speed. And Tal has just had some communication with his car. Hopefully he gets himself back, and he looks like he is. And now 3/10 now, the battle between Jack and Rudo. But with that fresh, oh my God, Rudo, his back end must have been had his heart in his mouth moments as well. Oh my God, we could have a classic finish. JC Bat is putting the pressure on Nitrogash. Cost has gone ahead of Spud in 8th place. Reed says, yeah, I know, right? I still have some time for some IRL action. Good man. Good man. Absolutely spot on. And Tal says, Games crashed. Hopefully he'll get back in before the end. And he look like he is back in the game. Hopefully he drives. If not, hopefully we'll see him on the chat as well. So here we go. This is Mad Max. Mad Max? Oh, that's class. Mad Max. He's not mad. Maximus on there. So,
well, it took you 12 races to call me Mad Max, Malc.
No, I'll go be professional. Go be professional on that one, to be honest, mate. You're not mad. You're just fantastic. Fantastic commentator. JC back, trying to close the gap onto Nitrogash. But so far, there's been some great battles, and there's been some... let's just say another set of controversial moves again, shall we say. Do you agree with that, Max?
Well, yeah, but I mean, that's always, I mean, it's like drivers battling with each other. Obviously there might be some contact, but I didn't see like a really unfair move or something like that for the moment. There has been incidents, there have been retirements, contacts, but overall it has been a great race so far. And Jack, unfortunately for him, he didn't manage to escape from Rudo, and he's still within pressure, and Rudo is really close.
Oh my god! Rudo's getting close. He really is on fire. Jack, who started off in 16th, you heard that right, he started off in 16th place and could be on to win the first race since the British Grand Prix. Rudo's on for a 4th win on the bounce, and could be spoiled by Jack of all trades.
Daryl in trouble, that's why there's a yellow flag in sector 3, but he managed to get back on track.
Good man. Hopefully Daryl's having a torrent race again. Hopefully he'll bounce back in the next race. Here we go. Can Ruddo's got a chance now. I don't know if Jack's trying to save ERS to stand any chance. I think they've both got the same amount of ERS based on what I'm seeing.
Exactly the same amount. Yeah, exactly.
That was pure guess because I'm looking at it from their screens on the control on the dashboard itself. Looks like Ruddo with that straight line speed. Jack needs to hold on. He needs to hold on. He can't. Oh, Jack. Oh my god, Jack's left the gap open. No, Ruddo is saying, well, I'm going to wait till I make this move count. Nitrogas is getting close to Bruce in 4th. He might make the move soon.
This is so tense, really. I mean, only 3 laps remaining, and Ruddo, I mean, he's really fighting for that P1. He really wants that win streak to continue. But Jack has got a really tremendous, huge opportunity to get back on his feet and to win again after so many races.
Absolutely. If you are in the chat, who's your driver of the day? Who's been your driver of the day? Put your votes in and we'll decide at the end of this race. You've got a couple of laps to go. But if you like what we've seen so far, guys, please make sure you like and subscribe to the Invictus Racing League on the YouTube channel for all the live races itself. We are aiming for at least 10 likes tonight, guys. We're aiming for at least 10 likes. Will be a massive, and I'll say it again, will be a massive help to myself, Malc, and also to Max for the commentary, as well as the Invictus Racing League on the YouTube channel. Hit that like button on this stream for a epic ending. Can Ruddo get his 4th win of the bounce, or can Jack get his 3rd win of the season since the British Grand Prix, which is round 5? Nitrogas has gone down to
Nitrogas.
I don't know what happened to Nitrogas.
Don't know as well. I caught the action at the end, but Nitrogas, he was in trouble in the 2nd sector, unfortunately.
So Ruddo's trying to push on massively now. Jack is trying to hold on. This is go about 2 more laps after this. 2 more laps. Can Jack hold on to get his 1st win since the British Grand Prix in round 5, or will Ruddo, with all that experience, he will guarantee to get himself a podium. He will get that run going. Yellow flag set to 3 step.
Nitrogas again.
Nitrogas, I don't know what's happened to him. I don't know if because of that spin earlier on in that chicane, he's losing a bit of the tyres. So hopefully he'll hold on with those points at the end of this race. We're on a penultimate lap now. Rutt still watching the battle between the top two. Can they try and push on? Look like Offic Red's getting close to Spud in 9th place. And Costas trying to get close to F1 Richard in 6th place. But still the battle between the top two is really hotted up. Can Ruddo hold on? Can Jack hold on actually and produce the shock? But here we go. This is going to be intense moments. They've both got.
Oh, Ruddo's really close.
He's not got enough. He's not got enough to get past Jack. I think he's got one last chance, Saloon. He has got one more chance to get himself a chance to win for the 4th time asking. Oh my God! Here we go. This is it now.
Yeah.
I know Max is absolutely speechless at the moment because we don't know what to pick at the moment. So the top two, here we go. They
must be so focused. I mean, most drivers must be so focused for the moment. They have the same, since the beginning they have the same amount of heroes. So Ruddo is close, but I mean, it will be his last chance. So if he wants to do something, he has to do something now. Jack has been able to put a little bit of gap, so it might help him for now the boss main straight line, and that this is the moment.
Yeah, this is the moment now. Ruddo is way behind. He's way behind, but he has got a little bit more ERS compared to Jack. Coming up to the chicane part now. He needs to get a good exit.
Jack managed it well. Now he's using all his ERS. Ruddo as well. They are giving it everything.
Yeah, flag set to 3. I think that might be Steven. Oh my God! Here we go! Come on! Ruddo will be fuming. If he doesn't get his 4th win on the bounce. I think he will be fuming. Jack will be delighted. He's trying to hold on. He's trying to keep that composure. But Jack has stopped the Ruddo train of wins and got himself back up to 2nd, obviously, for the podium. But well done to Jack, who has just won the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. What a race!
Just have to applaud because it has been tremendous performance from Jack. What a race we just had.
Absolutely. And well done to Matty Rudd, his first ever podium of the season. Bruce in 4th, JC Bat in 5th. I felt bad for him actually because he was unlucky this race. Cost, who will finish off in 6th. Ethel Richard will finish off in 7th place. We didn't mention about Ethel Richard. He's just got up a few positions. Nojakash, I felt sorry for him. He dropped himself down to 8th after that collisions earlier on. Offic in 9th. Spud in 10th place. And what a point for Spud. He'll be absolutely delighted. I'm happy for him actually. Tal will finish off in 11th. Oh! I thought he was nearly lost it then. Did you see that? Yeah. Did you see that? That was mad, to be fair. So well done to Tal, who misses out on a point, but it's still a good performance to finish off in 11th place. Either way, I know he's had a few car connection issues, but hopefully he'll bounce back. That should be a little bit of a boost for him for the next race coming up, which is, I believe, Miami next week, so that'll be good. Dowell, again, he'll want to get rid of this track as quickly as possible. And O'Steven was in an epic battle, and unfortunately for him, he has just lost the car in the 3rd sector. I think.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing, but it's a nice entertainment for the end of the race. And I mean, just a word for Tal, Darrell, and O'Steven. They were so far behind, but they decided to keep driving, and that's nice to see, not to retire into the pit. So good points for you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. No, Steven is trying to do the donuts.
Doing donuts.
Yeah, so hopefully he'll try and get himself back up to normality. He is watching on stream, so that will have to be checked.
He's having a bit of fun, yeah.
Yeah, I know, but I think everyone wants to finish off, and yeah, so yeah. Dallas, it's going to just end the season now. I hate this game more and more each week. 25 laps on hard. Well done, Spud. I don't know what Stephen's doing.
Finish backwards, no?
Stephen needs to cross over the line. I think everyone else is waiting for Stephen. He's finally got across over the line, and we will be able to do the interviews in a moment or two, guys. We do apologise for that. I think Stephen was a little bit frustrated by the looks of it, but hopefully he'll bounce back in the next race. So well done to Jack for driver of the day by the game. So yeah, well done to Spud for 25 laps on the hards. Fair play to you, mate. Here we go. Well done to Jack, who stopped the Ruddo train of wins. So yeah, so Jack, his first ever win since the British Grand Prix, his third win of the season. Well done to him, fantastic drive, and he picked the strategy. That was the perfect strategy of it all. And then the battle between himself and also with Ruddo near the end. I thought Ruddo was going to get him at that point, but Ruddo will be. I know I said earlier on that he would be frustrated. I think he would have been frustrated to not get his fourth win in a row, but he would still keep that run going of getting his fifth podium in the bounce. So yeah, well done to Matty Rudd, his first ever podium and Invictus. And it'll be a delight to hear their thoughts in a moment or two. Here are your race classification for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. For the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League on the PlayStation platform, brought to you in partnership with gridfire.com. Jack is in first. You got Ruddo is in second. Matty Rudd in third. Bruce, well done to him. That's a good position in fourth place. JC Bat in fifth. You got Cost in sixth. Everett Richard is in seventh. Nigel Gash is in eighth. Ovic Red is in ninth. Spud in 10th. Towel, really unlucky for him to get his first his few points of the season in 11th. Dowell in 12th. O'Stephen 13th. Jolly, Melanade, Svillers, Mikey, and JBH. That's the shock of it all. JBH are all out of the race through DNFs, through crashes. Spud said 60% of the times. That's mad, to be fair. That's absolutely mad. So we'll be back in about a few minutes' time, guys, to get the top 3 of the epic Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. So we're going to have to get Jack, Ruddo and Matty to hear their thoughts. So we'll be right back, guys. Don't go anywhere. Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League, on the PlayStation platform, brought to you in partnership with gridfinder.com. And I'll tell you what, me and Max, I have to call him Mad Max now, because he was absolutely loving it. He was absolutely loving this race. There was so many battles galore that there was so much talking points. I try and cram everything in, but we only got a few minutes anyway, so we can't really go into too much detail as well. But the talking point, obviously, is Jack winning his third win of the season. The last time he won was in the British Grand Prix. That was back in round 5, so he would be absolutely delighted with that. You got Ruddo with his 5th podium on the bounce. The run of 4th win, or the consecutive wins, has gone. It's stopped the rot, so he might have to do it again for the next 2 more races coming up. And also Matty Rudd, well done to him. He had a fantastic first ever podium at Invictus. Considering he started a few races ago, could be the catalyst of it all. We'll have to wait and see how everything plans out. But the brotherly battle, I want to say, we had a 3-in-a-bed moment. I could not stop shouting 3-in-a-bed moment between the epic battles. So I'd like to hear from these guys, especially to Matty and to Ruddo, because they were in the battle with O'Steven, who did not know what to do at that point, and it was immense, absolutely immense. So who shall I pick first? I'll tell you what, I'm going to go with Matty. Matty, how you doing, mate? You all right?
Not so bad. I'm a bit warm and sweaty. It was a good race, but
it was
feeling good.
It was a good race. I tell you what, you had a good qualifying as well. I thought you was going to join in the top row with your brother, but you didn't come out of the qualifying near the end. Was there a specific that you just didn't feel like you wanted to improve your time at that point?
Yeah, I did 2 runs. My second run I was pretty happy with. Been testing in the week, and that was sort of one of my fastest times, so I was pretty happy with it. And the fact I was up in P2, I actually thought I'd save a set of softs for the race, thinking that if there was a reasonable enough safety car, I'd have a set spare. I thought, to be honest, that time would be good for sort of top 4, and that's sort of where I aim to be. So yeah, I left it in, and the guys put some really good laps in, so it made for a difficult start for sure.
Yeah, it made a difficult start for you personally, but I think that was your best. I know you had 4th place at the Australian Grand Prix. I believe you had 6th in the Brazilian last week. So this was surely a good first ever podium for yourself. And tell us how you're feeling from your first ever podium at Invictus.
Yeah, definitely. No, it's very, very good to be up on the podium. The racing, the last couple of races, Brazil, obviously we had some issues. I felt like I was in a really good position for a podium that race as well, to be honest. That's where I was aiming. So the safety car, unfortunately, ruined that for me. And Australia was a good race as well. I was there or thereabouts, just a few little mistakes, not making that last bit. The one thing I'll say about today's race is I felt clean, no penalties, no track limits, and I think that just made the difference. Like I say, the start was very difficult, trying to push my way through to the front. The safety car backed us all up, and then we just tried to keep the consistency from there. So yeah, happy with the race.
Good stuff. And can I just say, I said this on stream. I'm sorry, Ruddo, for hearing this, because when you had a battle between yourself, Ruddo, and O'Steven, I said I thought this was going to be a great 3-in-a-bed battle, like 3 wide scenario, and the way that you made the move at the end of that first part of that straight before the chicane, I said that was pure genius. I said that on the stream, pure genius. Did you felt pressured at that point during that 3 wide scenario?
I don't know that genius is the word. I think lack of opportunity is more the phrase I'd use. O'Steven made a small mistake going into T2, T3. Simon Ruddo went to go round him and got a little bit blocked.
Yeah.
I think O'Steven was more concerned with him than he was with me, and that gave me the opportunity to go, I'll have a little bit of energy. I'll go around the outside, get into the braking area, and try and find some grip around the outside, and it worked.
Yeah.
So genius. I'm not sure, but it was certainly fortuitous.
For that move, I meant the genius that you caught napping from the two drivers and went round the outside. It was unbelievable. That's how I said genius move as well.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I do agree with you. Lack of opportunities has cost you possibly a win, possibly second. I don't know, but we'll have to wait and see how everything plans out.
I'm just happy for Team Mercedes AMG Petronas and my teammate Jack for an outstanding win. Nice to see two drivers on the podium.
Yeah, and I think you're in the battle for the a good position to try and get yourselves into second place in the constructors. So that'll be quite interesting in the next few races as well. So, sorry, you got like I said, Matty. Well done for you for getting yourself third place and your first ever podium at Invictus. So well done, mate. Congratulations.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
No
Appreciate
worries.
it.
No worries. Rodo, don't angry with me. I'm so sorry. I know I probably said Matty was a genius at that move, but did you felt annoyed at that 3 wide scenario from your perspective?
I wasn't annoyed, so I think Stephen definitely didn't want to let me past for a lap and a half, and we lost so much time going on that outlap from the pit lane. So yeah, we ended up with Matty, Stephen, and then me, and then Nitro Gash was right there as well. And I think Nitro Gash and Stephen must have got caught up in something because Nitro disappeared. But
yes, he did.
Yeah, it was good fun.
It was good fun, absolutely. And I thought you was going to get your 4th win on the bounce tonight. To be honest, the way that you was dominated with your battle with your brother on Matty Rudd, did you felt pressured from Matty at the earlier points of the race before the battle between Jack later on?
Not really. I mean, we're pretty sensible, and we both knew that if we were fighting, then it would just lose us time. So we wanted to get to the pit stops, at least in the lead and in second. Yeah. I know JC Bat pitted a little bit earlier, I think. So I sort of gave it a couple of extra laps because I thought we could cover him. But then Jack appeared on hards and then out on the mediums, and by that time it was too late to react. I think if I knew Jack was on hards, I probably would have boxed 2 or 3 laps earlier. And then, in hindsight, I wouldn't have got caught up with Stephen defending and things like that. So, it was a good race though. I really enjoyed it.
Did you, because of that mistake, do you think that's what's cost you the win tonight, personally, or do you felt like you could have done a little bit different in the race?
I don't know. I think Jack, had good pace. I'm not entirely sure where you qualified Jack, but
16th. 16th.
Right. Yeah. So I know that Jack is a quick driver, and I think just through this season, the last couple of rounds, he's had little mistakes or been caught up in stuff. He's always been at the front, so he's not slow. And when I saw him out on mediums, only a few seconds behind, I thought that we could be in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, fair enough. And one more question from you, mate. The last few laps, we watched it live, and I thought you was going to get the run out of Jack on the last lap. But did you felt like that was the moment at that point?
Yeah, so I had planned to do it in the second DRS zone, and so I was trying to save my ERS.
Yeah.
And do all in that second DRS zone, but then a yellow flag came out.
Yeah.
Which put me right off. But as soon as Jack got past, as long as I stayed in the DRS, I knew that I had a chance. And just at the wrong time. I think I probably should have gone the straight before and just dumped my RS on that straight. But again, it would have been tough to get past Jack. He wouldn't have made it easy, and obviously on those medium tyres would have had some traction. So I think he made one mistake underneath the hotel.
I think so.
And I thought, but he managed to gather it back, and I'm sure he knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we'll find out in a minute of his reaction as well, Rodo. I promise you that, to hear his thoughts live and exclusive as well. So, Rodo, you are a 5th podium. I feel like a 5th podium run as well. So unlucky for getting your 4th win on the bounce, but I believe you're happy with a 5th podium on the bounce as well. So well done tonight, and I'll see you next week at the Miami Grand Prix as well.
Cheers, mate.
Nice one. And we got a winner. Different winner this time. We got Jack of all trades. How you doing, mate? You all right?
I think I've settled down now.
Are you sure? Are you sure you stood
so.
That is just... I will say this, and I've said this on the stream quite a few times, and I bet the viewers were annoyed every time, but this was your first win since the British Grand Prix. So that's 7 races. 7 races where you've had either rotten luck or you just not had much luck in certain aspects because of other people's driving at the same time. So, do you feel like tonight was more redemption as well?
You know, to be honest with you, I said to the lads who I'm in a chat with, it feels like ever since Singapore I lost my confidence. I was on a really good run, and Singapore things went wrong, and then every single round after that something just seemed to not click. And I think the turning point was Mexico, when I flew up from the back of the grid and was in 6th, and then I admittedly threw it off the track, and then it just seemed to start to come back to me after that. And it's tonight, I don't know what happened really, why I was so quick on the hards. And I even got a good launch and overtook someone before turn 1, which is the first time I've done that all season.
Oh, okay.
But honestly, it's been such a long journey. It feels like it's took almost years off my life to finally get back to where where I should be fighting at the front. And yeah, I'm chuffed. Honestly, I'm so happy. Can't believe it.
I'm happy for you, Jack, to be honest, because I was gobsmacked that you started off in 16th. That's what I'm shocked at the most. That's a good position. Well, not a great position to start off with, but obviously when you've gone through the positions and where some drivers were made so many stupid mistakes or they just lost the positions, you capitalised on it. And then I think the talking point, or the most crucial point, you would say, is getting ahead of JC Bat at the pit stop. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, probably. I mean, to be honest, I didn't really know if JC Bat had the. I didn't know who was quick really at that point. I know Ruddo and Matty Rudd were up at the front, but I didn't know if he was going to be rapid or not.
Yeah.
And I had the medium tyres on, and I just blasted the DRS out of the chicane, not the hairpin, and after that it was off we went. So I suppose that was the talker point for people who were watching. But personally, it was, and Ruddo just alluded it to it, and I don't know if you caught it, I had a huge snap of oversteer under the hotel in the final chicane, and I know my Twitch feed has picked it up, but you can hear how much I've had to counter steer to hold the car. I was full lock to try and keep it in and I don't know how I caught it and gathered it up. But that for me was the moment where I was like, okay, if I can hold that, I can win it.
I will be honest, depending on what lap it was, because there was so many battles. There was the battle between obviously the two brothers, and then with O'Stephen as well.
It was a few laps before the end, probably 3 or 4 from the end.
Oh, okay. I might have, might not, I don't know, but obviously there was so many battles, we just lost the plot, to be honest, because there was so many stuff that was going on. We just did not know what was going to happen. And from your perspective, I was going to ask you that question actually, but you kind of beat me to it with the hotel spin as well. So, I mean, starting off in 16th, and then you got yourself into first. Did you knew that that Ruddo and Matty Ruddo got onto the started off with the mediums to hards? Did you expect that to happen, or did you wanted to try and do something a little bit different, which is what you did with the hards to mediums?
To be honest with you, because I was 16th, and I just ran over track limits in my laps, so I was down there. I just thought start on the hards and just try and pick my way through. which is what I did. And then as soon as the safety car came out, I looked a little bit further up once we caught the gap up, and like I saw everyone was on the mediums, and I just thought, I'm keeping up with everybody here. There's a chance.
Yeah.
But then Bruce Lee Harden, who I was in the chat with, he said, "You odds on for the win here," and that just. I was just like, oh, crikey, here we go. Don't get me hopes up. Don't get me hopes up after what's gone on this season. But, yeah, here we go. Here we are.
But yeah, I mean, I will say one more question actually before we end the stream. Now, the last few laps must be the most sweatiest, stressful ever part of that race that you've ever had against Ruddo. How did that feel for you?
I knew he was there.
Yeah.
But I think me and Si have had many fights this season, and in other leagues as well that we do.
Yeah.
And I felt like that one tonight was just a case of I knew where he was quicker, and it was in that second DRS part. I couldn't get on the power early enough because I'm not using traction control, so you've got to be really careful.
Yeah.
And I just knew he was going to launch an attack, and I thought he was going to do it on the first DRS straight. But as I got halfway down, I switched it off because he was a bit further back. It was tense, and I'm glad I got over the line in first place, but it was tense. I'll say that much.
Fair enough. And I'm sure, Jack, wherever happens, you can have a long drink, talk with Ruddo. But I think Ruddo will try and get his revenge back next week in the Miami Grand Prix. I'm sure he will be fighting most likely for that. And from yourself, Jack, I mean, I'm so happy for you because I know, as you rightly said, you've had a torrid since Singapore. You had three DNFs, 2 zeros, 1 6, and 1 5th. That is.
And the sixth was one of the worst drives I've ever done.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. That was just topped it all off with that, to be fair. But well done, Jack. I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy for you to get yourself for your third win on the season. Hopefully, this will be the catalyst now to get yourself into the same position as what you should have started at between Spain and the British Grand Prix as well. Well done, mate. Congratulations. So, cheers for the top 3 drivers of Jack, Ruddo, and Matty Rudd. You heard that right. The 2 brothers. The same as like the Schumachers moments as well. With Jack of all trades. I'll call him the Jack of the Pack. Will he be the ace of the pack? He is being the ace of the pack because he has won the Grand Prix at Abu Dhabi in the F3 League on the PlayStation platform, brought to you in partnership with Gridfire.com. On Invictus Racing League. And I tell you what, I'm sure Max will be absolutely delighted. Unfortunately, he had to shoot off again, but he did say to me just before he left, he said, what an epic race. It was a mad race, and it was just an unbelievable race from top to bottom. And there was a shock of JPH. I know he's won the title of both the drivers and constructors, but it was a bit of a shock that he had the DNF. I was just expecting to get some decent points to carry on, but I think he's just trying. I don't think he liked the track at all. There's a few drivers who have made some mistakes, some questionable driving again from the stream that will have to be checked by stewards. But overall, it was a brilliant race, and well done to Jack personally because of all the struggles he's had, it was an unbelievable stuff. And Ruddo for his 5th podium, and Matty Rudd, I specifically said Matty Rudd because he get his first podium of the season at Invictus. So well done to those guys as well. Cheers to everyone that's in the chat. For the final time of asking, please make sure you like, subscribe to the Invictus Racing League on the YouTube channel for all the live race itself. We are aimed for at least 10 likes, would be a massive help for the commentators as well as the stream as well. So hit that like button for the final time of the stream. So tomorrow for live racing will be the Realistic Performance League with myself and Tim, all being well, fingers crossed. Hopefully he'll be there tomorrow night, and I believe it is Thanksgiving in USA as well. So we'll have to wait and see how Abu Dhabi will bring the festive itself. So see you all, guys. I'll see you all tomorrow for the Realistic Performance League. But for F3, see you all next week at the Miami Grand Prix. Ta-ra a bit. Bye bye.